Hey YouTube, this is Dare the Vlog or Daryl, whatever you would like to prefer. The channel's named Dare the Vlog. If you haven't liked, shared, subscribed, whatever. Um, doing my third video log, even though I'm feeling under the weather, a little bit under the weather. This is my third fucking attempt because for some reason my phone's being a gay, or not gay, I would say a lesbian bitch. Because if obviously if my phone was gay, it would be gay for me, and then it would actually do shit right for once. uh, any- anyways, so yeah, I'm kind of irritated with my phone. It's not wanting to stay recording, for one, and then for two, it did not want to save what was actually recorded. So it's like, what the fuck? So hopefully this third time's a fucking charm. Um, so starting off with the video itself, like I said on my previous video, I would talk a little bit about magic. Well, actually, before I start talking about that stuff, Brian, the quote and everything, which I honestly can't remember right now. I'm not really going to take a guess because I'm shitty at guessing games, for one, and then for two, and everything. I'm feeling under the weather, so I honestly just don't feel like taking a guess. And then the Microsoft Store, honestly, I never heard of it until you mentioned it in your video. Looked into it, and it does show that it was in Easton, which I guess Daniel already answered your question about it, so I guess I'm late like a dumbass. um, so yeah, answered that. What else was there? I don't think there was anything else, if I recall, from your video. I'll rewatch it again. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and start with my video. Um, of course, in Magic, there's 5 different colors, and we call it the color pie. The first part is white. It goes in order. It goes white, blue, black, red, green, and then white. Or back to white, I should say. So, just in that order, I'm going to go ahead and read a small description that's in my Magic Origins booklet, which you can get when you buy a fat pack, which comes with 9 booster packs, a dice, 2 deck boxes, a pack, or a big ass pack of basic lands, and I think that's about it. Oh, and the box itself that all the shit comes in, which will, when you first buy it, the box itself will be more like, oh shit, more like this. It would be suspended upward and stuff like that, so it would look like it's bigger, but really, it's not. This is the fat pack box itself that comes with your shit, which I personally love getting these bitches because they're sturdy as fuck and everything. And I got like two of my commander decks in there, my box of dice, and other shit in there. So it's good. It's all good. So like I said, I'm gonna read a small passages of each color from this booklet, and then explain how I interpret it, basically. Which it helps me, but it might not help y'all. If there is anybody who watches this that's actually interested in getting into Magic and everything, my interpretations could help or could not help. So but it best way to actually learn how to play the game and actually get a good handle of it, which let me get off my movie here real quick on my, or get off Netflix, because I got the Magic the Gathering video game, which for me was a good example of how to learning how to play the game. um where is it, got multiple games, like, oh my god, multiple. There it is. You see that? It says Magic 2014. If you buy that game, which is only like $5.99 or $9.99, it's cheap as fuck. And everything. That game is really fucking good in terms of teaching the tutorial basic, like how to play the card game and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to actually learn how to play the game, I suggest buying that first to see if you would actually like it. And if you're good at the game and you like it and stuff, then the next best thing would be to actually go and buy booster packs, or fat packs I should say, and or just go to a pre-release after you get the concept of how the game goes and stuff like that. Then go to pre-releases, because that's the best casual events that you can go to, that you can actually win extra shit. So it's all good. But yeah, pretty much set my controller back. I'm going to read the passages and then put my 2 cents about them. So, starting with white, which I don't know if I'm catching it in the video, but see, there's white, there's blue, there's black, there's red, and there's green. So, starting with white, it says, white mages who commit to white mana value law, order, and honor, and strive to ensure greater good. That's what it says for white, which that is pretty much the concept of white. But to dumb it down and everything, think of white as that one kid that you see that you just feel so sorry for him because he gets bullied all the time, or she gets bullied all the time, gets jumped all the time because they don't fight back or anything else, and they just let people run all over them, and you just feel so sorry for them because they seem so pathetic. But then one day they come in looking the same, acting the same, and when that bully ends up trying to do his normal routine, that kid just blows the fuck up on that motherfucker, like, oh! That is white. That's literally what white is. Because white has the weakest fucking creatures ever. Weak motherfuckers. But yet you can play, like, different spells and shit like that that will, like, somewhat pump up your creatures for that limited time frame, or give that creature protections and stuff like that, to the point where you're like, oh, that's right, I could beat that little piece of shit. Oh shit, what the fuck? That's pretty much what white is. So yeah, blue. Before I start with blue, I'm telling you now, anybody who wants to try to learn how to play Magic and everything, if you're a complete dick or a complete asshole and you just don't give a flying fuck about people, and you're and everything, and you feel like you are bad shit wanting to cheat and stuff, blue is a perfect color for you. Oh my god, I fucking hate playing against blue. Like, I love playing blue. I like to play with blue if it's mixed with like a different color. But by itself, oh my god, I hate it. I hate playing blue by itself, and I hate going up against any type of blue deck Oh, blue's brutal in terms of like bullshit shenanigans. But yeah, anyways, blue mages who unlock the secrets of blue mana hold knowledge and cunning and high regard and are capitate cap. Oh my god! Damn, fuck up. Captivated by unsolved mysteries. Thank you for allowing my. Thank you, mouth, for allowing me to fuck up one word and then get it right the second time. Um, so my interpretation of blue is that one fucking kid. Okay, that one fucking geeky, nerdy kid that goes to the fucking class 2 hours beforehand, or even 5 hours before. Like, they're not even supposed to be in that class, but they're there waiting and they're taking notes and they're making sure they got everything written down. They got all their study materials and everything else. And they also, when they feel like they're right and they think they're actually right, and argue with the fucking teacher like constantly. Blue is a fucking annoying gameplay. I'm telling you right now, because like the creatures are somewhat annoying because they got that invasive maneuvers going on with flying. Can't block this creature, or this creature cannot be blocked, or and then when it comes to the spells, it's like, oh, I'm going to draw extra blah 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 cards. Oh, I get to look at the top 5 of my cards and rearrange them to my needs. Or, oh, you're going to bring out your best shit ever? Well, I'm going to counter it. Fucking hate blue. Fuck you, blue players! Black. My color. My fucking color. I love black. I'm sorry. Before I start with black, when it comes to Magic the Gathering, I am a pure black player. I will play mono black and I will be a fucking beast to anybody. I will eat you all fucking live with black. Or any type of color combination that at least has black in it. I will eat your ass alive. That's how awesome I am when it comes to black. But anyways, going to the passage, it says, black mages who bind themselves to black mana plunder for power in the darker realms of life and death and the horrors in between. In between. Oh my god. I'm sorry, it's after work. Um, but yeah, black players, think of those type of people who that you might know from everyday life and even and stuff like that, that literally sacrifice everything they have to make either people happy, or they sacrifice everything they have to gain a better understanding of something, or they just sacrifice stuff to obtain what they want. Like, for example, politicians, they sacrifice their humanity basically to gain more power. Or prostitution, even those ladies, they sacrifice their bodies and letting guys fuck them and everything just to gain that money so that they can live on and stuff like that. Like, that's in my own point of view, and this is why I feel like I'm more of a black player. I'm the type of person, I will sacrifice everything possible to avoid arguing, to make sure everybody's happy and stuff like that. So to me, that's why I feel more connected to black than anything. And that's why I'm using that reference for black, because in when you're playing with black, you're literally sacrificing a bit of your life to draw extra cards, or you're sacrificing your creature to make sure your opponent can't play any creatures, or destroying their creatures by sacrificing your own shit, or reanimating something from the grave that you just killed just to kill it again to make sure your opponent can't do shit. Like, that's what black does. So, and that's why I play black better than any other color. Going to the next color, red mages, or red. Red mages who connect with the intensity of red mana revel in both victory and chaos, reckoning fiery havoc on their foes. Think of red as teenage years. We all went through it. We all went through our teenage years, so we all know what happened. We all argued with our parents. We all thought we were badasses. We all thought we can be invincible, be godly. And then, yeah. That's what red is. Do things first, ask questions later. Sounds like my bro Rex is home. The final color, green. Green mages who follow the path of green mana embrace life, nature, and balance, and fiercely defend their treasured forests. 3 words: tree hugging hippies. Straight to the point. Tree hugging fucking hippies. But in a better concept of why I like, story wise, that's what green is. They're tree fucking hippies. Don't destroy the forest. But in a more Daryl-wise understanding, think of green as jockeys or jocks from school, or any type of sport. Big motherfuckers. Any guy or even girl in that fact that plays any sports are like really beefy and pretty damn strong. And then they either go to the gym to pump up some more iron, or they shoot up some steroids in them to make themselves permanently stronger and better and shit like that. That's what green does. They have the biggest and most powerful of those fucking creatures, and most of their spells are either giving you the growth, that's the nature part, that growth of being able to produce more mana, so that you can cast those big ass fucking creatures, and then cast spells that can make those big ass creatures permanently even more fucking bigger. So yeah, that's what green is, and that's my example of green. But yeah, that's a bit of magic. Which I'm glad. This time I made sure everything gone longer than what it was, because originally I was getting around to the 15 mark and it would say recording volume reached max or some shit like that. So I'm glad that it's not doing that right now, and it's going on almost on 19 minutes. So yay! It's finally working. So yeah, and then Brian, earlier today, you were doing some show and tell and shit with your controller and stuff like that, so I'm gonna do some show and tell type of shit too. So I got myself my save here. Got prepared for that show and tell. Got my save here, that Sentry safe, obviously. Now you're all probably wondering, well, why the fuck is he getting his safe out and everything else? Like, what the fuck? No, it's not money because, God, if it was money, shit. Let's just say I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it was money. But no. Anybody who really knows me knows how much I love bladed weaponry, like swords, daggers, knives, katanas. I'm like a bitch in heat when it comes to bladed weapons. You want to see me squeal like a little bitch and everything in excitement? Get me near an actual bladed fucking weapon. So I'm gonna show off my babies. My prides and joys. Oh, moving the safe over here. Ah, off my keys. My dragon fist daggers. My birthday presents from several years or a couple of years ago. Love them. They're not sharp right now because of the fact that I haven't had the time or anything to buy myself a whetstone, or I think that's what they call it, a whetstone, to sharpen these babies up. But yeah, these are real daggers. So yeah, my babies. Now I'm gonna set this to the side, and the phone's coming with me. Oh shit! Set my safe back where it was, and then I'm gonna get my other a while ago birthday present. My chalice, which let me get better lighting. Here we go. My chalice, or what most people like to say, my pimp cup. Yeah, dragons. And yeah, that's another thing you'll come find out about me. I love dragon type of shit. What else can I do for show and tell? Because by the time I got to that, the video stops. Show and tell time. Duh, 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 duh. That's a good question. Skylanders. Okay. My favorite Skylander, Nightmare. Badass bitch with a big ass soul. People who don't know what Skylanders are, it's a video game that you have those toy figures that I just presented one and everything, and you can power them up and play the game with them and stuff, and as you progress and stuff like that, you can gain more shit for them. What else can I show for show and tell? Fuck it. Let's just leave it as that. uh, but, yeah, pretty much, that's pretty much it for describing magic and a little bit of me doing some show and tell since Brian was showing off his controller and shit. And Brian, that was the other thing. You wanted suggestions on what to do for your vlogs. To be honest, dude, just wing it. Like, that's what I'm doing in these videos, like, and everything, just winging it and everything. I don't even have an actual subject title or subject to even actually talk about, and I'm just winging it. So so yeah, that's pretty much my advice on that, because obviously I'm new to the game too, I should say, so don't expect me to be all like, well, you could talk about this and this and this. So I guess in my next video I will try to figure out something to talk about, unless if there's something people want to talk about, you can leave a comment on my Facebook or in the comment below thing of YouTube and tell me what you want me to talk about or see me doing or anything like that. You know what? One more thing of show and tell, because since Brian was showing off some, his game controller for his Xbox, what was it, 360, bro? Or Xbox One? Whatever Xbox gaming system you have. You were showing off your controllers, so I will go ahead and show off my games. Well, games that I have on my system that I don't have on disc. If you take a look over here, we got DMC, Devil May Cry. We got Prototype 2, Prototype, The Legend of Korra, which I love that show. I'm sad that it's over with, but I love that fucking show. We got Borderlands. We got Magic 2014, which that is actually a really good game to play to learn how to play Magic and all. And I actually prefer people playing this game to learn how to play Magic before even trying to attempt to buy anything into Magic in terms of like actual buying cards and stuff. And this game's only like $5.99 or $9.99, something like that. So it's really cheap. Then I got Final Fantasy VII because that's my game from back in childhood. I got Castlevania Symphony of the Night because, again, that's a game for me back in my childhood. And again, Legend of Dragoon, another game from my fucking childhood. And then I got Dragon Age Inquisition, which is the third Dragon Age game, which I'm pissed that they won't release the other two DLCs for PS3, but they have it for PS4. I need to upgrade so bad. I got Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution, which actually I got that for free because somehow my system downloaded this and somehow my credit card was used. Or not my credit. Yeah, it was my. No, I don't have a credit card. It was my debit card. And I actually called PlayStation. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And everything. So they was like, well, we're sorry, sir. We can go ahead and refund the game. And you can delete the game off of your game system and stuff like that. Which, don't get me wrong. I love the Naruto games and stuff. But I did not buy it. So that was the weirdest fucking thing, but I ended up keeping the game itself, even though they told me I can remove it and stuff, and pretty much got it for free. So yeah, and then I got Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, Ultimate Evil Edition. Yeah! We got Infamous, Festival of Blood. Then we got Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirrors of Fate HD. And then we got Infamous. And that's it for games that I actually have on the actual hard drive and stuff. Right now, my brother Rex is allowing me to play his Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year edition. So that's interesting enough. And now, getting up to come over here, I'm going to get on the floor because this is where I'm keeping my stash of my other games, which Rex has a couple of my games upstairs, so this is not all of my set games, but this is at least some of them, which is Kabam. All this right here. I got shit tons of games. Let's see here. I'm not gonna be pulling them out one by one to show them and stuff, so I'm just gonna read them. Let's see. X-Men Destiny, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 2, Mortal Kombat, the remake one,
Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, which is the first Dragon Age game, which storyline is like, oh my fucking god, beautiful. I love it. But the gameplay itself, it's repetitive. And it's like, god damn it. I got Watch Dogs, Final Fantasy 13 2, Final Fantasy 10 slash, or Final Fantasy 10 10 2 HD Remix, God of War 3, Skylanders, Bleach, Soul Resurrection, Injustice, Gods Among Us, Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, Tekken Tag 2, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, PlayStation All Stars Royale, which, Daniel, gotta thank you for getting me hooked on that game. Um, God of War Ascension, God of War Collection, Darksiders 2, Grand Theft Auto 4, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, Batman Arkham Origins, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, God of War Origins Collection, Batman Arkham Asylum, The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Yeah. Anyway, Tales of Symphonia Chronicles, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, Transformers, War of Cybertron, and also Fall of Cybertron, Disgaea 3, uh, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Infamous 2, uh, Kingdom of Almir Reckoning, Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13, Batman Arkham City, Dark Souls, Dragon Age 2, which that has the better graphics and better gameplay mechanics, but it has a crappy storyline. Soul Calibur 5, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, which they're coming out with a HD 2.8 or 2.9 remix, which I'm gonna fucking buy that. I don't give a fuck. That has the Dream Drop Distance, or the 3DS version of the Kingdom Hearts game, and then it's gonna have extra shit that's never been in any other game. So I'm buying it regardless, hands down. Fuck anybody who wants to deny me of it. Then I got the Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. I got the Devil May Cry HD collection, Devil May Cry 4, Dante's Inferno, Divine Edition, Thief, Dishonored, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the Sly Cooper collection, Final Fantasy 13. Um, yeah, and I know Rex has borrowed some of my games, but I can't remember which ones he's borrowed. But yeah, that's the listings of some of the games I got, which is a shit ton. A shit ton. So yeah, yeah, if anybody wants to try to suggest video games, even in terms of, Daryl, you should try this, or Daryl, you should play this, or whatever, go ahead and send that shit to me. I eat that shit up for days and everything. And plus, I'm also thinking of, because of the fact that I used to have a GameFly account, but they canceled it because at the time I lost my previous job. Well, I didn't lose my previous job, it's just didn't have the money to pay it, and they canceled it without even giving me the chance to be like, hey. And they told me to return the game back, and when I did, they sent me another thing in the mail saying, well, we are still waiting for the game, blah blah blah. Now I am gonna owe them bit of my taxes, bullshit, because they did not receive the game, even though I mailed it out. So, fuck Gamefly, but I might go back to it just so that I can at least buy some games. Because that's how I got the Watch Dogs, the PlayStation All Stars and what was the other one I bought? There was 3 games. Oh, Thief. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of gaming for me. Uh, Trying to turn in my Nintendo DS to get some money off of it because I don't play it no more. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. It's already going on 30, almost 36 minutes. So, like I said, just like, comment, subscribe. Um, so same thing with Brian, which you can check him out at Daily Gamer, which I will go ahead and post a link in the description, and somehow I will figure out a way to put it on the screen somewhere around here for you to click on, like you see in other YouTube videos. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys me rumbling on crazy stupid shit. Uh, and try to have a wonderful rest of the night, guys. Peace out.